Welcome to the Spectrum 9.2 Upgrade Training video on workflow changes. This training will cover the changes between 8.9 and 9.2 for workflow for journals, POs, and vouchers created in Spectrum. Let's begin with what's staying the same. Nothing in Panthermart will change. In Spectrum, journals, POs, and vouchers will still be created the same way. And workflow approval levels will stay the same as well. Department Approver 1 will still go to Department Approver 2, and Project Approver 1 will still go to Project Approver 2. So what is changing? Journals, POs, and vouchers that are created in Spectrum will need to be submitted into workflow. Emails to approvers will now have a direct link to the document after a person signs in. Approval pages will stay with the journals, POs, and vouchers to provide more information about what's being approved. Originators will now receive an email when everything is completed. And there is now a new ability to mass approve journals, POs, and vouchers. First, we'll discuss the changes with journals. Please note that the changes with journals are the same as the changes for POs and vouchers. Since there are no changes in 9.2 to how journals are created, we will start with a journal that has already been created and budget checked. As it was in 8.9, you will now need to submit the journal into workflow. There are two ways to submit the journal into workflow. The first way to submit a journal is to select the drop-down next to Process and select Submit Journal, and then select the Process button on the right. The second way to submit a journal into workflow is to select the Approval tab and select Submit. Since the journal will not be automatically submitted into workflow, it is important to check that it has been submitted. To determine if it's been submitted, select the Approval History arrow on the Approval tab. If it is blank, it has not been yet submitted. Now select to submit the journal into workflow. Once submitted, it'll automatically change the approval to show the approval history and who's the next approver. Also note, another change in 9.2 is that the approval history is now shown horizontally instead of vertically. Once the journal has been submitted, the next approver will get an email. The journal email will provide more information about the journal, including the journal number, and a link that will take you to the approval page on the journal in Spectrum. If you're not logged into Spectrum, you'll first need to log in. Then the system will automatically take you to the approval page. This page has information about the journal that needs to be approved and shows you the approval history horizontally. You can approve, deny, or put this on hold. In this case, I will approve the journal, and it will automatically approve and send it to the next approver. There are two other ways a journal can be approved. The first way is Work List. Work List can be accessed from the top right corner of the home page. As in 8.9, Work List will provide a list of documents that need to be approved. You can select the link for each document to view and approve the information. A new feature in 9.2 is Mass Approval. To access mass approvals, select Main menu on top, then select General Ledger, Journals, Journal Entry, and select Manage Journal Approval. The Mass Journal Approval page will show all the journals that you have pending for a certain date range. You can also see the ones you have approved, denied, or put on hold. In this case, we'll choose Pending and select Search to see all the ones that are waiting our approval. This list shows the journal number and the total debits and credits for each journal. For more information about the journal, select the Journal ID number. When ready, you can select which journals you would like to approve, deny, or put on hold. In this case, we'll approve them. And once they've been approved, you'll see that they'll disappear from your list. Next, we'll discuss the changes with the purchase orders in 9.2. Please note that all the changes shown for journals will apply to purchase orders as well. Since nothing is changing with how you create a purchase order in Spectrum, we'll begin with the purchase order that's already been budget checked. New in 9.2, after a PO has been budget checked, you will need to submit it into workflow for the approver to receive it. To submit a PO into workflow, select the little green checkbox. Once it has been submitted, the status will change to pending approval. To view the current approval status, select View Approvals. This will take you to a page to show you the current approval status. Please note that the approvals are now horizontal instead of vertical. After the PO has been submitted into Workflow, the first approver will receive an email. The email provides some information about the PO and a link directly to the approval page. Note, if you're not already logged in, you'll first need to do that before being taken to the approval page. New in 9.2, the PO information will now stay with the approval page. Review the information, and when ready, select Approve. The purchase order has now been approved. To see the history, select the drop-down by the purchase order and see the approval history. Please note that for training purposes, I am both approvers, but generally the second approver will now receive an email. There are two additional ways you can approve POs. As in 8.9, you could select your work list and see all documents waiting for your approval. Select the link for the document you wish to view and approve. A new feature in 9.2 will allow you to mass approve PO documents. To access the mass approval feature, select Main Menu, Purchasing, Purchase Orders, and Approve PO. On the mass approval search page, you have several options to find the POs you wish to approve. For example, you could search for POs waiting for your approval, creating a certain date range, or you could search by supplier. In this example, we'll search for all POs waiting my approval with the supplier of Home Depot. Select Search. There are two purchase orders with the supplier of Home Depot waiting my approval. To view more information about a PO, select the arrow on the left-hand side. There are two ways to approve POs from the mass approval page. One is to select the drop-down on the line you wish to approve and then select Approve and Submit. The second way is to select Mark All as Approve. This will change all the statuses to Approve and then just select Submit. Once a PO is approved, it will be removed from your list. Next, we'll discuss the changes in 9.2 for vouchers created in Spectrum. Please note the changes for vouchers are the same as they were for journals and POs. Since vouchers are created the same way in 9.2 as they were in 8.9, we will begin with a voucher that's already been budget checked. After a voucher has been budget checked, you'll need to submit it for approval. To see if it's already been submitted, select Preview Approval. This will show the current approval history. When done, close this box and just select Submit Approval. It'll ask if you want any comments, and when you're ready, press OK. Once the voucher has been submitted, the Submit Approval button will disappear. You can check the approval history by selecting the Approval History link. The approval history shows that the voucher has now been sent to the first approver. Please note, in 9.2, the approval history is shown horizontally instead of vertically. Once the voucher has been submitted for approval, the first approver will get an email. In the email, the approver will see information about the voucher number and the supplier. A new feature in 9.2 is a link in the email for the approver to be taken directly to the voucher page for approval. If you're not logged in, you'll need to log into Spectrum. Then you'll be taken directly to the voucher page for approval. A new feature in 9.2 is that the approval page will now contain information about the voucher as well. After reviewing the information for the voucher, the approver can select to approve, deny, or put this on hold. After selecting Approve, the approval history will change and the second approver will receive an email. Please note for training purposes, I am Approver 1 and Approver 2. There are two additional ways an approver can approve a voucher. The first way is to select the work list link on the top right next to Home. As in 8.9, the work list will show all the documents that are waiting for your approval. Select the document you wish to approve and it will bring up more information for your approval. New in 9.2, vouchers can also now be approved through the Mass Approval feature. To access the Mass Approval feature for vouchers, select Main Menu, Accounts Payable, Vouchers, Approve, and then Mouse Voucher Approval. The Mass Voucher Approval page will show vouchers waiting your approval. You have several filters on the top of the page to be able to limit the number of vouchers you see. In this example, we have 3 vouchers pending our approval. To view more information about a particular voucher, select the voucher ID number. To approve some, but not all the vouchers, select the checkbox next to the vouchers you wish to approve and select Approve. If you wish to approve all the vouchers, select the Select All button and then select Approve. Once approved, they will be removed from your list. This concludes the training video for Spectrum 9.2 upgrade for Workflow. In summary, Nothing in PantherMart will be changing with this upgrade. The creation of journals, POs, and vouchers will be done the same way. What is changing is that journals, POs, and vouchers will need to be submitted into Workflow. And there are new additional features for approvers, including email links, information on the approver page, and the mass approval feature. For more training opportunities, please visit the Spectrum website.